My name is Paul Hugo Zaat, and I'm just turned 75 years of age. I'm a returned war veteran from the Vietnam War, and I've been a member of Cronulla RSL sub-branch since 1970, and I've been a member of the committee on and off for some 39 years, including a former president of the sub-branch. And I was also on the board of directors for 19 years, as well as part of the Cronulla RSL Memorial Club. Well, I was diagnosed with PTSD in the early 80s. I've had serious episodes of PTSD, and I mean really serious episodes. I mean, it's happened to me a couple of times when I've been on a golf course, for instance, where I've just totally collapsed in a heap, lost vision, became mentally unstable, and it's been a beautiful day. I remember another time when I went down in the shops, which was 100 metres where I used to live at Woolooware, and it was a beautiful summer's day, and I was just walking back from the shops, and I had a total breakdown, and I was rushed to hospital and taken into the psychiatric ward. And the biggest thing that I felt that day was the fact that it was a guilt complex. You know, why should I be enjoying a beautiful day, walking back from the shops and not a care in the world? And then I've had other mates that, of course, unfortunately were killed in action. And they're the sort of things, but it's hard to work out when it gets triggered, you know, and you try to control it. And when you're trying to control it, like any illness, doesn't matter whether it's a backache or whatever, you put yourself under pressure, you know. So I try to keep myself occupied in many ways. When I was invited into this, I thought there's another form of a way to occupy my time in a very positive way. I think that's half the battle. If you can be more positive about these things, it does help to control. I'm never going to get over it, because you never, your mind doesn't let you forget about things that you may or may not be justified in your own mind, whether it was right or wrong that you're involved in. And basically, as I've told many medical professionals, we're not built, I believe, as human beings to go and kill other human beings, or to be involved in the atrocities or the destruction of what war does to people, you know. So it's one of the biggest problems that we all suffer from as far as war veterans. If you can keep it under control by doing things like this and keeping your mind occupied and doing positive things, and you're knowing that you're a good human being trying to help others, you know, it definitely helps. There's no doubt about that. So from what I've done over the last 4 or 5 weeks, in my view, and I say I'm not a professional, but in my view, it would definitely help veterans. I come home and very relaxed and feeling really good, and then I might check my emails and lay down in bed and talk to my dog, and within 5 minutes I'm asleep. So that's got to be a good sign that my body's working well, and that I'm not worried about anything. And for me, with PTSD, I think that's terrific, you know. So I can guarantee I haven't experienced any bad nights, as far as I know, on a Thursday night. No, I can't see why I would either, because I'm feeling too good within myself. Yeah, that's interesting, because when I was there last week, I had a really bad. I'd had a severe back injury that I'd had about 10 days earlier, and while I was there, I just made sure I was in a comfortable chair, but I never thought about my back. I never had time to think about my back. You know, it wasn't until it was all over and I started walking back home, back to the car, that I realised I had a back problem again. So again, it's because you're concentrating on what you're doing, and if you really enjoy what you're doing, other things go away. You know, psychosomatic, it must be, because the pain was there. It doesn't disappear because I'm sitting down, but you're not thinking about it at all. So your body's obviously feeling a lot better. You know, and that's mental, of course. The stimulation is amazing, I think, absolutely amazing. And you must see it yourself. Yes, dealing with children of that age, the comment I make to people and friends now is that the children are very honest and say what they think without even thinking about possibly the ramifications. Oh, the first one, of course, was when we had the Channel 10 reporter there, and she asked the four kids how old they thought I was. And at the time, then I said, I'm 74. Well, the expressions on their faces, and then one of the young girls said, "Oh my God, is he that old?" And I had people saw it on Channel 10 News, and I had calls from Queensland, from Melbourne, from everywhere saying, "Oh, we didn't know you were that old." From my friends my age that were geeing me up. But yeah, so I think the program is excellent. One of the most important things is that, as I say, you're living in the present. The fact that you're doing something positive. When you're dealing with children that age, you get a laugh out of it. There's no doubt about that. I mean, it brings out the best in people. Anything that's positive has got to be good for you, especially for your health, and the fact that you feel like you are contributing to society, and you're contributing to those young kids. And if you can be coming along and they go to school and they look forward to Thursday lunchtime because they're going to catch up with their grandfriends, well, it's got to be good for them as well, So, I think it's a wonderful idea. It's a pity it's taken this long for these programs to get together. I do look forward to it, and I have a bit of a chuckle to myself because I know there's going to be a lot of laughing and happiness there. And then afterwards, I feel a bit tired, but it's a good tiredness, But I definitely feel very positive. And come home and I immediately want to take the dog for a walk and think about what's transpired over the last couple of hours. So, and then I have a lay down because I'm worn out. And they want your attention 110% of the time. And if you've got four to the table like we have, they all want your attention. That's not easy for a 74 and 75-year-old person. Well, I think that's pretty right. When you're having fun and having a good laugh, you're getting more oxygen to the brain. You definitely feel younger. They revitalise you. There's no doubt about that. Yes, it's no effort, is it? It's no effort, right? And that's wonderful because they want to be involved, don't they? This is the thing, they're really looking forward to it. They come running in and go, "Oh, gee, I'm glad you're here," which, being a human being, it makes you feel good straight away anyway, doesn't it?